Okay, welcome back to physics. Today we are going to begin to build our model, and to do that we're going to be using a spreadsheet. And so there are several available to you. Excel is one made by Microsoft, and the one we're going to be using is made by Google. It's available to you on your Chromebook, and it is called Google Sheets. And so I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go over to Google Sheets. There you go. And we're going to have a little introduction to spreadsheets. So if you're already familiar with spreadsheets, you can skip this video, and just go straight on to building the model. All right. So spreadsheets, their purpose is to do calculations. And so in this case, we have columns labeled A, B, C, D, and so on. When we get to Z, they just start over at AB, AC, AD, and so on. As we go down the rows, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we get to as many as you want. The large spreadsheet programs like Excel and Google Sheets have nearly unlimited opportunities for the size of a sheet, as well as the number of sheets. All right, so within this sheet, because we have columns with letters and rows with numbers, we have these little spaces that we call cells. So every cell has a name that's named by the column followed by the number. So this cell is B2, this cell is A4, C2, and so on. So we can input different types of information. And for our spreadsheet, we are going to want 3 different types of information: text, numbers, and equations. So text is just as simple as typing in what we want. So this is text. And so we're just going to build a quick little spreadsheet as an example. So as an example, if I said, well, let's see, that's quiz number 1 and quiz number 2 and quiz number 3. Okay, we all have done quizzes and we're interested in our average. So entering text is that simple. Now in this case, the text is all to the left side of the cell. If we'd like to change that, we can do that up here. We can choose to center it or even move it to the right. I'm going to leave it for right now on the left. All right, let's see, up here we're going to put in our grade. And so I would like these grades centered. So I'm going to choose to align that to the center like that. And on the first quiz, I'm going to say I got a 2, I didn't do very well. But then for quiz number 2, I got better, I got a 3, and quiz number 4, or 3, I got a 4. All right, so you may be able in your mind to say, well, what is my average? And based on that, you might be able to look at that and just say a 2, a 3, and a 4, the average is 3. Well, our spreadsheet can do this for us automatically. You remember that to get an average, we add up the 3 numbers. And so we're going to do that in a formula. We always start with an equals. So in this case, we're going to say equals, and it already knows some things we might want to do with that data. For example, we may want to just have the total, or we might actually want the average. The spreadsheet lets us do that automatically and says there's the average for those cells B4, B5, and B6. So I do that, and yep, that's it. It's a 3. You say, well, good, but why should I use a spreadsheet? I could have done that in my head. Well, let's just pretend that you retook quiz number 1. And instead of a 2, I got a 3.5. The teacher gave me a 3.5. And then I retook quiz number 2 and I got a 3.1. So I did a little bit better there. And so now what is my average? Well, I don't have to redo with pencil and paper. My spreadsheet automatically tells me my average is now a 3.5. So I know I'm going to get an A. So this is how we use a spreadsheet. It's useful for budgets, for money, for you can use it to track a bank account. You can use it to calculate quiz scores and your grade point average. You can keep your transcript in a spreadsheet. There's a lot of different uses. You can make a shopping list. and put in what you think are prices and amounts, and figure out how much you're going to buy at the grocery store. And if we want to get rid of any part of it, we can just highlight that cell and hit delete. All right, so that is the basics of using a spreadsheet. So on the next video, we're going to tune in and figure out how do we actually use a spreadsheet to input everything we need for our model.